I mixed every viral washer cleaning hack, the ultimate chaos experiment. It started with one question. What would happen if I took every single viral washing machine cleaning hack on the internet and used them all at once? No filters, no limits, no logic, just raw chaos. Vinegar, baking soda, dishwasher pods, bleach, lemon juice, toothpaste, even cola. All of them claim to be the ultimate cleaner. So today, I'm finding out what happens when the internet's loudest cleaning gurus collide inside one washing machine. Before we even start, I already know this is either going to end in the most satisfying deep clean ever, or a small household explosion. Either way, I'm ready. I grab a notebook and label it Operation Overload. Step 1. Collect every viral hack from YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, and Pinterest. I list them out. 23 hacks. Some make sense, others are downright insane. Hack War 1, Vinegar Plus, Baking Soda Explosion. Hack number 2, Dishwasher Pod Deep Clean. Hack number 3, Lemon and Salt Rust Remover. Hack number 4, Toothpaste on the Drum Polish. Hack number 5, Coca-Cola for Grime. Hack number 6, Bleach Blast. Hack number 7, Fabric Softener Flush. Hack 8, Hot Water Cycle Detox. Hack 9, Vinegar Steam Method. Hack 10, Baking Soda Overnight Soak. And the list keeps going. It looks like a grocery receipt for destruction. Now, here's the rule. I can't test them separately. They all go in together. At once. I line up the ingredients across my countertop. It looks like a science fair table built by someone with zero impulse control. Before I pour anything, I stare at the washer. It's quiet, innocent. It has no idea what's coming. I open the drum and whisper, "Good luck." Phase 1, the base layer. 2 cups of baking soda go straight into the drum. Soft white clouds rise like snow. It already looks like a chemistry lab. Next, 2 cups of distilled vinegar. The moment the liquid hits, the fizzing starts. It's gentle for half a second, then boom. Foam shoots up the side like a volcano. The hiss echoes. My instincts scream, "Close the lid." But I hold steady, because this is only the beginning. Phase 2. The boosters. 4 dishwasher pods drop in one by one. They hit the foam and start melting, releasing that artificial mountain-fresh perfume. It smells like a chemical war zone. Then I squeeze half a tube of toothpaste along the drum rim. Instant regret. It clings in weird white streaks, like I just frosted a cake I never wanted to eat. Lemon juice next. Half a bottle. The acid hits the baking soda again. Fresh fizz, louder hiss. The reaction restarts. And just when I think it can't get crazier, I grab the cola. 1 full liter. Dark syrup meets white foam. It turns brownish gray, bubbling violently. The smell? A mix between lemon soda and bleach factory. I step back. The foam rises to the rim. It's alive. Every sensible thought in my brain says, stop. But curiosity says, push the start button. So I do. The washer hums, slowly at first. The drum begins to rotate, mixing the madness inside. Every spin sends a new wave of foam crashing against the door glass. The sight is hypnotic, like watching a storm form in a bottle. 2 minutes in, the sound changes. A deep glug, glug, glug. The mixture is too thick. The machine's struggling. I can almost hear it groan. Then suddenly, quiet. Dead quiet. I freeze. Did I just kill it? The display still glows. No error code yet. But the foam inside is motionless, frozen mid-swirl. 10 seconds later, whirr! It kicks back to life. Relief floods in. I laugh nervously. It survived round 1. Phase 3, the surprise add-ons. I sprinkle a handful of salt inside. This one came from a viral post claiming it scrubs grime off steel naturally. Science says it shouldn't do anything. But visually it looks intense. Tiny crystals bouncing around in the foam tornado. Now the bleach. I know. Danger zone. You're never supposed to mix bleach with acids like vinegar or lemon juice. But the internet insists just a splash makes everything white again. I add exactly 1 capful. The fizzing instantly multiplies. A cloud of mist rises. The smell hits me like lightning. I back away fast, fan the air. For a split second, I wonder if I've created chlorine gas. Thankfully, windows are open. Ventilation saves me. Note to viewers, never actually try this at home. I'm doing it so you don't have to. The washer continues spinning. The sound now is wild, like a jet engine underwater. Foam thrashes against the door, turning from brownish gray to pure white again. It looks cleaner, but also unstable, like it might burst out any second. And then, it happens. The pressure inside builds, the drain tube vibrates, and a streak of foam shoots out of the overflow vent. Not much, just enough to paint the floor. I can't help but laugh. It looks like my washer is vomiting every cleaning trend of 2025. 10 minutes later. The cycle finishes its first wash. I open the door slowly, like disarming a bomb. Steam rolls out, thick and perfumed. The drum glistens with tiny bubbles. When I wipe the inner rim, pure silver shine. No residue, no grime. Just clean metal. Wait, what? Did chaos actually work? It looks amazing. But then I notice something odd. Tiny white crystals clinging to the edge, like salt mixed with detergent residue. The metal feels slightly rough. That's corrosion starting. So the result is both perfect and dangerous. I lean closer. There's a faint smell of chlorine and lemon mixed. Not pleasant, not horrible, just sharp. It stings my eyes a little. That's when I realize I didn't just clean my washer, I chemical peeled it. Still, I can't deny how shiny it is. Part of me wants to celebrate. Part of me wants to unplug the thing forever. But the experiment's not over yet. The rinse cycle is next. And that's where the real chaos will unfold. Because now, all that leftover foam has to drain through the pump. And the pump has never met this kind of cocktail before. As I close the door and hit rinse plus spin, I can feel the tension building. If the pump clogs, we'll get the dreaded error code E10. If it doesn't, maybe we just discovered the craziest deep clean ever. The countdown begins. 30 seconds in, the water gushes through. The foam thickens again, louder this time. You can actually hear the fizzing over the sound of the motor. It's wild. The glass fogs up. Bubbles press against it like they're trying to escape. I wipe a small circle with my hand just to peek inside. And there it is. A swirling galaxy of white chaos. Everything spinning so fast it looks unreal. 2 minutes later, the machine slows down, pauses, then drains. You can hear the water gurgling out through the hose. The foam slowly disappears. The smell shifts. From sharp chemical to something surprisingly fresh, like citrus rain. Cycle complete. Moment of truth. I open the door, and for a split second, everything is still. Then the steam rolls out again, thick and warm. The drum looks cleaner than it ever has, but I'm not convinced yet. I reach behind the rubber seal. The hidden horror zone. Nothing. No slime. No black specks. Just smooth, damp rubber. Unbelievable. Did mixing 20 viral hacks actually clean better than any one of them alone? It shouldn't work. But maybe. Chaos found balance. I grab a flashlight, check every corner, sparkling. Even the detergent drawer looks brand new. The vinegar cut through residue, the bleach sterilized, the baking soda neutralized everything left behind. For the first time, my washer looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor. But there's still a question buzzing in my head. If the inside looks perfect, what about the hidden parts? The hoses, the drain pump, the filter? That's where all the gunk hides. So I unscrew the bottom filter panel. The moment it opens, a wave of white foam water spills out, covering the towel I laid down. It smells faintly sweet, like soda and detergent. When the water clears, The filter is spotless. No lint, no slime, just metal. I laugh again, half disbelief, half pride. I just did the one thing every cleaning expert says never to do. And somehow, it worked. At least for now. I glance at the clock. It's been over an hour since I started. My kitchen smells like a lemony chemistry lab, and my washer looks like it survived a hurricane. But deep down, I know this story isn't finished. Because if there is one rule in cleaning experiments, it is that short-term shine doesn't always mean long-term success. What if I just burned the protective coating off the drum? What if the rubber seal starts cracking next week? What if the mixture keeps reacting inside, slowly corroding parts I can't even see? I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out. Because this isn't just about a washer anymore. It's about the myth that more is always better. Today I threw every cleaning trend into one machine, and it gave me perfection at a price I haven't seen yet. And that price might reveal itself tomorrow. Aftermath, hidden damage, and the next shocks. It's been hours since Operation Overload. The kitchen still smells like something between citrus and a chemistry lab, and I can't stop watching the drum like it's a breathing thing. But here's the truth that refuses to leave my head. Immediate shine isn't at the same as long-term survival. So I sleep with one eye half open, because tomorrow is the real test. Morning comes. I pad over, heart doing that weird caffeinated hop. I open the door. Steam lifts like ghost breath. The drum glimmers. The gasket looks smooth, like a new coin. Everything seems perfect. Too perfect. It's the kind of perfection that makes you suspicious. I pull the lint trap. Empty. Clean. That's impossible. 2 hours later, I'm down on my knees, unscrewing the access panel under the machine. I set towels, I brace for sludge, and I brace for disappointment. I pry the panel. A slow drip, then silence. The pump area glitters, not with grime, but with tiny white flakes. Salt like crystals clinging to metal. Salt from the messy mix, crystallized by steam. It's not catastrophic, yet. But it's an alarm bell. That's the pattern. Perfect surface, odd chemistry underneath. Great on the eyes, suspicious in the pipes. I start a diagnostic cycle, empty, hot, just to flush whatever is hiding. The machine hums, the drum spins, and then a stutter. A clink. A small metallic clack from the lower right. Not a dramatic failure, but a whisper of trouble. Something in the motor area has started to protest. Did the aggressive foam rub a bearing raw? Did abrasive crystals find a groove? The thought sits heavy. I can fix things. My channel fixes things. But that would ruin the narrative. So I keep rolling cameras. The first big twist hits when I check the automatic dispenser. It's pristine, but the valve inside is sticky, sluggish when it should spring. I prod it, and for a moment it doesn't move at all. Then, snap, it frees. It's like the machine remembered how to be normal, but only after a bit of suffering. I call this delayed shock. Right now, everything looks like victory. Later, hidden systems will reveal the cost. That's the experiment's cruel beauty. I decide to run the next trial. Real laundry. I pull out a load of mixed towels and shirts. Heavy loads that would normally show residue instantly. If the laundry comes out perfect, chaos gets a vote of confidence. If it comes out weird, then we have a story. Cycle starts. Water pours in, and the smell hits. Subtle, citrus-laced, like a weird cleaner commercial. The spin begins. The house vibrates a little. Halfway through, the sound is different, higher-pitched like a violin string being plucked underwater. I pause it. Listen. The motor seems to be working harder. The control panel? Warm to the touch. Not a fire danger, but warmer than it should be. Spin finishes. I pull the clothes out. Shock. They smell fresh. They feel cleaner than I expect. No sticky residue. No slimy cuff lines. The towels fluff well. Right now, The narrative is flipping between two realities: the visible miracle and the invisible cost. So I dig deeper. I decide to check the computer logs. Modern machines keep a record. Even my budget model has a small error tally. There it is. Motor load spikes during the first wash after operation overload. A 15% load increase. Not catastrophic, but meaningful. It means the motor worked harder. It means something wore, somewhere. This is where the tension thickens. The camera lenses pick up the numbers. But viewers can yet see the slow erosion that money and repairs will show weeks from now. That's the hook. The what happens next that keeps people glued. I have an idea. If the motor is struggling, maybe the bearings are the culprit. So I plan a test, measure noise, vibration, and heat across 3 cycles, and then compare them to baseline results from before operation overload. The first cycle is done. The second begins. I can literally see a pattern forming in the vibration graph, peaks that climb higher and higher. By the third cycle, the machine pauses mid-spin with a gentle tremor, like it has a hiccup. Error code E21 flits across the display, imbalance detected. I can almost hear the communal gasp from the audience that will watch this later. The machine is compensating for damage. But the story doesn't stop at broken parts. It gets personal. A neighbor messages, "My washer smells weird? Did you do experiments?" I reply with half a joke about having created a foam monster. She asks if the overflow could have sprayed into the shared plumbing. This unit is on a multifamily system. Anxiety spikes, so I rush to check the drain hose and the communal stack. Everything's clear. No contamination. That's a relief. Still, the optics are bad. One person's viral experiment can feel like a community risk. This moment makes me slow down. Ethics enter the narrative. It's not just a dramatic stunt anymore. It's responsibility. I pivot the story's subtlety. I explain on camera. No more crazy chemical mixing for real. Everything now simulated and safe. Audience trust is fragile. If you break it with a dangerous stunt, you lose more than a comment section. This is the lesson the plot needs. Thrill, yes, but under control. And yet the tension returns, this time structural. The filter housing, that hidden place where lint and gunk used to pile, shows a tiny nick on the plastic edge. Not visible without disassembly, but there. It could have come from abrasive particles in the smoky foam. Was it present before? Maybe. But the timing is suspect. The next twist is the smell test. I set up blind sniff trials with 3 people, one that smelled before the experiment, one after the first rinse, and one after 3 days of normal washing. Their reactions tell a story. Immediate improvement in scent, yes, but also a lingering sharpness that some describe as metallic or clinical. That word, metallic, keeps ringing in my head. Metallic means reaction. Reaction means change. Change means potential failure. Now, time for the dramatic escalation. I schedule an accelerated wear test, run 16 consecutive hot cycles to see if the machine survives short-term stress. I grab a stack of towels and hit go. It's a stress test. It's a pressure cooker. It's the little moment where the world finds out if chaos had mercy or revenge. Cycle 1, 2, 3. Motors hum louder each time. By cycle 6, the drum spin timing shifts fractionally. Milliseconds that mean a lot in mechanical life. By cycle 9, another hiccup, imbalance, correction, audible rubbing. By cycle 12, a smell like overheated plastic drifts for half a second. My heart stutters. I did this. I pushed it. Cycle 15, disaster avoids me by a hair. The safety cutout prevents further damage. The display blinks a warning I've never seen in 1,000 hours of repairs. The machine limps to a stop. At that moment, the narrative flips from intrigue to urgency. This is not just a test for viewers to gasp at. This is an object that might need repair. I disconnect power, exhale, and get pragmatic. If you do one of these experiments, don't, and your machine survives but struggles, what do? You inspect, you clean, you call a pro. So I take the intake valve apart, examine seals, scrub salt crystals with a soft brush. The motor housing shows fine metal dust, signs of microabrasion. Damage is real, but repairable. Cost, moderate. Lesson, big. The twist the audience didn't expect. The machine gave me an opportunity. Between the shiny drum and the tiny damage, there's a story about trade-offs. Immediate results versus long-term cost. That's the kind of content that gets people commenting, arguing, and sharing. But I'm not done with drama. At noon, I get an email from the manufacturer, auto flag from included diagnostics sent to them because of the error codes. They ask if I ran any unconventional cycles. I'm a creator. I could hide it. I choose honesty. I tell them exactly what I did, with a safe framing. Their reply is clinical but revealing. Please do not run your unit with incompatible chemical mixtures. Warranty may be affected. Ouch. The legal and warranty angle gives the video another layer. Risk versus reward, and who pays when curiosity wins. The final shot of the day is something small but cinematic. I polish the drum with a microfiber. Slow, deliberate. I breathe in. There is pride, because the washer looks incredible. And there is quiet dread, because I now have a voluntary damage report in the back of my head. And then the social reaction begins. Comments pour in. Don't try this. My mom almost died mixing cleaners. Others say, this is the best thing ever. Do more. The video is a mirror. Some viewers want thrills, others want safety. Both angles fuel the channel. Before the day ends, I prepare the cliffhanger that will keep people awake waiting for part 3. I slide the filter housing back into place, but I leave one small screw loose on the table. Literal suspense. I narrate into the mic. Tomorrow, we see what 2 weeks of normal use does to this machine. Will it recover? Will the corrosion spread? Will the pump seize? And most importantly, what did the science actually do to the metal at the microscopic level? Then I cut, because nothing keeps viewers like a question they can't answer yet. This is the hook. We gave the machine a bath of every viral hack. It cleaned like a champion, but at a price. Part 2 ends with 3 unsolved problems: motor stress, microabrasion, and warranty risk. Those are the promises I'll fulfill in Part 3. And somewhere between the comments and the diagnostics, there's a moral that practically writes itself. Curiosity is gold for content, but responsibility is the weight that keeps it from tipping into recklessness. 3 lines to close this part. The washer looks perfect now, but metal remembers. Short-term spectacle can cost you long-term. Tomorrow we dig into microscopic damage, we test pump integrity, and we decide if Operation Overload was a triumph or a time bomb. Stay tuned, because the thing that looks clean now might still be silently breaking. And that's the moment you don't want to miss. The next morning the comments are flooding in. Hundreds, then thousands. Bro just invented a new cleaning universe. That washer's gonna start talking next week. I can't believe this actually worked. I scroll, half laughing, half nervous. The video has exploded overnight. Millions of views. People rewatching the foam scenes, slowing the playback to see the moment the machine almost broke. And then, another notification. The manufacturer reposts a clip with the caption, "Donnie to try this at home." But wow, that's one tough washer. It's official. Operation Overload has gone from chaos experiment to internet legend. The aftershock. I open the washer again, camera rolling. A tiny hiss escapes, as if the drum is exhaling after a week-long workout. The metal still shines, but the tone is deeper, almost proud. I run a fresh cycle with plain water. The rhythm is smooth, confident. That's when it hits me. This isn't a video about cleaning anymore. It's about curiosity, the kind that breaks routine, not machines. Because when you question every viral hack, you end up finding what actually works and what only looks good online. I film a slow-motion close-up of the spin, narration kicking in. The internet told us 20 different ways to clean a washer. We tried them all, at once. And the real lesson? Simplicity wins. One safe cleaner, one hot cycle, one open mind. The beat drops, the footage cuts through highlights, foam bursting, lemon slices spinning, bubbles colliding like galaxies. Then, silence. Just the washer door clicking open. Reflection scene. I sit on the counter, towel around my shoulders, laugh softly. You know what's funny? After all that chaos, I learned the cleanest thing in this house is my perspective. It's the line that hooks emotions, the share moment. Viewers clip it, repost it with captions like metaphor for life or the washing machine philosopher. Final message. So here is the truth. You don't need a storm of chemicals or 20 hacks to get results. You need consistency, care, and a little bit of science. The rest, foam, fizz, and viral madness, is just the show. Cue the signature outro riff. Quick montage of sparkling steel, a caption flashing, experiment safely, question everything, stay curious. Then fade to black, heartbeat sound pulsing once, text appearing. Operation Overload, the end of the beginning. Music swells, roll credits with bloopers, spilled soda, the mock explosion scene made with dish soap foam, my exaggerated gasp, laughter. A final voiceover, calm but charged. Next time, we're taking this curiosity somewhere new. Same chaos energy, different battlefield. Coming soon, the dryer experiment.